I might give away $1 million.
Hey hustlers, welcome back to my channel. This look pretty much took all day. It only took all day just because I took numerous breaks, but if you're diligent and you work through it, you can complete this look in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I do recommend a mirror if it is your first time doing your sewing by yourself, just to have a reflection to see the back of your hair. I just feel around and it was very messy, so don't judge me guys. It's not perfect, but it's definitely worth it to me, rather than going out and get my hair done. It's not a special occasion, I just needed my hair done. I probably keep it in. Usually these sewings that I do last about a month. I keep them in for a month or and a half. Honestly, I have been doing sew-ins, or my own sew-ins, since I was in high school. I went from glue-ins to sew-ins. And comment down below if y'all know what onyx hair is and what chocolate hair is. If you like this look, it's a natural partial sew-in. So that is what I'm doing in this video. I am doing voiceovers and I am stopping in and talking throughout the video. But yeah, it's not perfect guys. I braid weird and everything, but stay tuned if you want this look, and I'll see you guys at the end of this video. Alright y'all, before I get started, I just want to say that yes, I am natural and that I cut my hair really short in 2014, and I have not put any relaxers in my hair since then. So what I say is I've been natural since 2014. But yeah, I wash my hair every other month and do deep conditions every other month, but I just put conditioner on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with my braiding pattern. If you have short hair or you have very slick hair, I have very slick hair, sometimes I use braiding hair. I do not have any braiding hair with me right now, so I'm just gonna wing it. My hair is damp, but I suggest, or I recommend you doing it when it's a little dry, more dry than wet, just because it's easier to braid. So first things first, you go ahead and part out your leave out. And then I realized I haven't done this in a year and a half, and I had to stretch. But yeah, just go ahead and take out your leave out, braid it down. I kind of went over too far, but you'll see in the rest of the video that I went over too far, but I just winged it. So now I'm just braiding my anchor braids around my leave out, and I know y'all wondering like why you braid like that. But y'all, I braid like that when I have nails on, so that's why I'm braiding like that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that all around my leave out, one on each side, and connect in the back, just like so. Then I just put that up. Y'all know I like to have fun, but as you can see, I'm just braiding my anchor braids for the sides. You're supposed to, or I like to have anchor braids for both sides, but like I said, I messed up on this side, so I'm just making another anchor braid in a different creative way and just going back, and I'm going to connect that with my back anchor braid now. And y'all, this job is really not neat like normal, just because it was kind of hard for me to record and do it and pay attention and just make straight lines. So it's pretty messy braiding, but hopefully you guys get the gist of what I was trying to accomplish. Okay, so now I'm just gonna repeat those steps, and basically you're gonna end up with a whole bunch of cornrows going down. So I'm just, doing another braid on the other side, going straight back and connecting pieces just to create a solid parameter, I guess you can say, for sewing the beginning tracks. So like you saw, I just added the back anchor braid and I'm just making one big braid. Again, I'm adding braids to each side to create straight backs. Okay, here I'm showing some edge wax. Edge wax, just I put those on my ends just because my hair is really slick and my hair unravels very quickly, but that's optional. Now I am connecting my anchor braids around my leave out to cornrows in the back. So if you saw, I just connected to that braid to that braid. So it's just going to continuously go down and do that for the other side. Okay, now what I'm doing is just sewing it down my braids. So basically braiding my braids into one braid, and then I lay mine horizontal. A lot of people do vertical, but I just prefer to lay it horizontal. It's a little messy, but that's what I prefer for a nice flat sew-in. So that's what I'm doing here. Creative, guys. So this is the end result of my foundation. My thing and my strategy with doing my own sewing is making the sew-in part very tight, so it tightens up the braids. So it's not that tight with my braids, but it will suffice. So I'm just gonna do like a 360. I don't know what it looks like back there but I'm doing good. This is what I do at home and it works for me. Alright guys, so before I sew in, I am just laying some coconut oil and wrapping it up before I go to bed. And yeah, I've been doing that forever. And in the morning I'm going to finish. Yep, that's how I go to sleep. So I can melt in my scalp. Okay. I do recommend having multiple needle and threads lined up just to make it go quicker. And also, the main thing with doing your own sewing is feeling around to know where to stitch and all that good stuff. But if you have another mirror, you always can put it behind you and look in it to see your reflection in the mirror in front of you. Me, I've been doing it so long, so my sewing so long, I just feel around. Your girl was tired, okay? But y'all, before you start, I'm just showing how I stitch into my track before I actually start, just so it can be very sturdy and stable. So I'm just showing you guys how I do that before I start my first sew-in track. And if you can see, I am starting to go under and I pull it through around my hand to tighten it. I'm going to slow it down so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, well, right now I'm just putting a bobby pin in so I can keep my hands free. But yeah, I'm slowing it down so you can see how I stitch. So basically I'm just going around my hand and pulling it through. After a while it'll become natural. Okay, so first I went under one direction. Now I'm going over the same braid, same anchor braid. I'm just going on the top. First it was under, now it's over. So I am doubling up on tracks, but I'm doing it separately. So I'm not doing it at once, I'm doing it different times. So now at the end of each track, you want to make sure you knot your thread, and that's what I'm showing you now. Make a circle, pull it through. After a while, guys, it's so easy. And then you just hold it down,
pull it through. Alright, you guys, so once you get higher, you'll see later on, but it'll get easier, I guess right here. As you can see, it's easier to know where to stitch because your cornrows are past the period of that like hump or whatever, so it's easier to know where you're actually sewing down on those cornrows.
Just go ahead and move on to the next bundle. And that's all I want to say. It's gonna look like this when you're done with the first bundle. You're gonna feel accomplished, and then you're gonna have 3 more bundles to go. So this is a long, I would say, what time did I start? I started like 12:40, it's 1:40 now, so it took me an hour to do 1 bundle. And that's because I've been taking a lot of breaks. So it can be done in 2 hours, just you gotta push for it. But yeah.
Alright, so here you can see me using that braid on the left as my anchor braid. Every time I come over to the corner, I go back to that specific braid and use that as an anchor. And that's what I had to do. Sometimes you can get tangled up, but sometimes you just have to, you know, work it out. This side or that side is a little less space. So what I'm going to have to end up doing is just filling it in with more hair.
Alright, you guys, so I put in 2 bundles of hair, and now I'm just combing out the kinks, because when you do sewing, sometimes they'll get caught up. Just want to brush those out, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with my last 2 bundles. And everything is pretty much, like I've been saying, is, you know, monotonous. You do the same thing, so I'm not showing every little thing, but I'm going to show more. Especially on this side, I'm going to fill it in a little bit more because there's less room, like I said before, and yeah.
This right here is a good example of what I said by it gets easier once you get to the top, just because you can clearly see where or feel where you're supposed to stitch, which is under. I go under, some people go through their braids, I just necessarily go under, and it's just easier to feel because they are separated, they are cornrows. Bad, so I Jackson beat it. Heard they got a rap cipher on the moon. Pull up to the function and I blue face beat it. I don't want the fame, I just want the recognition. And the cash will really be a pleasure if I get to see it. About to do a show, might as well have a premature funeral. It won't be the same when I leave it. Eat it. Shipments come in and then shipments go out. Flipping and so for the dollar amount. And my token sneakers are death with the Reaper. I guess we all gonna find out. No need to pout, find what you're about and squeeze the hell out of it. Gather the clout, push it to masses and make the new classics. No Iggy, please, nobody follow that route. This a cold beat, so you know I gotta snap. I'm a middle child to making my place in rap. I watch people get stepped on like placement mats, so I move different. And I would suggest I do cut in a minute. I'm gonna cut my tracks, but just to make it easier for going back and forth, you can cut your tracks at the top just to make it flatter. I just chose to continue my tracks, but I am gonna cut it eventually around the anchor braid. Excuse me, around my leave out.
So basically I went across, started here, went across, stopped in the middle, and now I'm going to take it from the middle and I'm going to go back just so I can put more hair on this side.
should get paid just to kick this game. Most of you ain't even on the field. Make 200 in it. Another day. Rinse and repeat, battle make a sale. I am the newer entrepreneur. Your records still don't get dipped in the sewer. Talking about clubbing and how you the toughest around, but it couldn't be farther from true. Set up and lure the gullible masses. They follow the fabrics who threaten, but there is no happy good ending. They sipping and popping and smoking and wasting and joking the way to a darkerly grave. Other side shouting and toting and burning and banging the way to a 8x6L. None of them wanna excel. None of them gonna prevail. It's living hell. I'm gonna say it and then I might yell. Don't lose yourself when you follow the world. Bucket by bucket, the weak minded drown in the well. I just made 300 in a day. Flip the stock, the cash come in, that's real. You've been waiting, don't got much to say. Just excuses, spend some bread and bill. I should get paid just to kick this game. Most of you ain't even on the field. Make 200 in another day. Rinse and repeat, battle make a sale.
Question. Question. Tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring your celly when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question. Tell me how you feel about this. Try to control me, boy, you get dismissed. Pay my own condo and I pay my own bills. Always 50-50 in relationships. The shoes on my feet, I bought it. The clothes I'm wearing, I bought it. The rock I'm rocking, I bought it. 'Cause I depend on me. If I want it, the watch I'm wearing, I bought it. The house I live in, I bought it. The car I'm driving, I bought it. I depend on me. I depend on me. All the way back, throw your hands up at me. All the hunters depend on me. If I want it, the watch I'm wearing, I bought it. The house I live in, I bought it. The car I'm driving, I bought it. I depend on me. I depend on me. All the way back, throw your hands up at me. All the hunters making money, throw your hands up at me. All the moppers who rock the dollar, throw your hands up at me. All the ladies.
Alright guys, I'm gonna keep going and then I'm gonna come back when I'm around my leave out. So like you see this braid right here, and you see this braid right here. Those are my anchor braids for around my leave out. I'm gonna come back when I'm there.
Alright guys, so I have made it to the top. And what I'm doing on this side, I just got a little creative and I went up on the side to kind of create that look if I had a anchor braid, and tacked it to the first braid, and then I'm gonna go back around on the second row before I go to the anchor braid right here. So that's all I'm doing right now.
Alright guys, as you can tell, I'm completely finished with the sewing. I'm so happy. It took me all day because I took so many breaks, but this is a 360. And I'll do another 360 once I do it. But I do want to add on one more track just so I can use more hair and it can be more full. I'm gonna do one more track. So take this. Alright guys, so I am done with my install. I love it. But yeah, that is it guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Alright you guys, I had so much fun doing this video. It was super fun. I love doing things with my, I love crafts, being creative with my hands. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I was sweating, but it was fun. It took a whole day, but who cares? I definitely love this sewing and I'm gonna rock it for the next couple of months. So peace out guys. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Hustlers, keep hustling.
2 phones on me, gotta disconnect. I'm moving dangerous, eyes running through my flesh. Cold sweats, anxiety stealing on my breath. And I'm stressed, it's probably all inside my head. The night rider move fast through the city.